Right, this is Dr. Zaib Khan, and today I want to talk about the economic challenges faced by the world and the economic slump faced by the developing nations because of the COVID-19, and of course the importance of the United Nations with regards to the so-called sustainable development that is the need of the hour. So the Prime Minister of Pakistan spoke about the global initiative for debt relief for developing nations and called for more measures by G20, by the financial institutions like IMF and World Bank, and of course in consultation with the World Health Organization, and of course now with the with the COVID-19 vaccine coming out, which would be available probably by next year. It should be accessible to all, and I believe that the world must come together with the global vision, right? Like global integration, shared ideologies, and this hate ideologies must totally be outlawed. Hate ideologies based on religion, based on race, must totally be condemned at all levels. So humanity, people must come together on common grounds, fraternity, harmony, and we must realize that the second wave of COVID-19 is definitely hitting the world, and of course the developing nations the worst because of the economic meltdown. The economic meltdown is the worst part of the COVID-19 pandemic, right? And the revival from this economic slump will be a challenge for developing nations, and developing nations, and for the poorest nations. Now we must also remember that COVID-19 has also severely impacted the poorest segment of the society, whether they're whether they're residing in the rich countries or in the poor. So in Pakistan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan followed the policy of smart lockdown because there was a dual challenge. The dual challenge of people dying not only from COVID-19 coronavirus but from hunger itself, and then providing a great deal of help, financial help to the poor segments of the society. So the Prime Minister of Pakistan reiterated the fact that the global initiative for debt relief must be given priority, so that developing nations and the developed nations can work together to deal with this economic slump. And the United Nations has a very important role in this regard, again with the big financial institutions, as I said before, like IMF, World Bank, the developed world, the European Union, the United States, China, and all these countries, rich countries of the world, must come together to help the poorest of the nations develop, developing nations, especially with with so much of their debt, which could actually lead to a total meltdown, economic meltdown, and that could be it could severely impact human life. So again, humanity must come together on common grounds, and irrespective of religion, irrespective of race, irrespective of ethnicity, people must find a common ground, and the common ground is humanitarian fraternity. The common ground is the love for humanity, the protection of humanity. Our civilization needs to evolve, and COVID-19 is a reminder that human beings must come together, and COVID-19 vaccine must be accessible to all. So again, this is something which I wanted to say, and again, we must all come together, and again, global integration, comprehensive plan of action to deal not only with the to deal with the public health, but also with the economy that goes hand in hand with it. These are very essential ingredients for any nation to to actually revive its economy in the longer run, not just short term, but also in the long term, how developing nations are going to actually resurrect their economies. So again, the Prime Minister of Pakistan focused on the global initiative for debt relief should be taken into consideration all over the world, and the rich nations must help the poorest of nations so that they can come out of this pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, with the second wave, and Britain is like under lockdown, so their emerging cases of the second wave is believed to be more severe than the first wave, which came back in 2019 and the beginning of 2020. So now with the beginning of winter months, again, I've continued to focus that influenza vaccine must be available, because influenza is again, influenza combined with COVID-19 together is a deadly combination. So again, these vaccinations and vaccine for the COVID-19 must be accessible to all. So this is Dr. Zaib Khan, again focusing on human fraternity, harmony, love for each other, and that is the important thing, irrespective of color, irrespective of religion, irrespective of ethnicities, irrespective of caste, creed, and to actually work together as people, as human beings. That is the most important thing, and that is what I want to say to all my followers. And again, thank you everybody for following me. So this is a short message. So Dr. Zaib Khan signing off. You guys take care. Take care, guys. Take care.